Surely you guys must have seen a glimpse of this little cabinet next to me in some of my puzzle videos. And if ever you wondered what was in that cabinet and what I use it for, this video is for you. So the first couple of things will be the more permanent things. My laptop, which I use for the microphone. There's the stand, but currently I'm holding it in my hand. And then I've got the step ladder. I've got the phone stand, and there is two extra lights. Those I usually or mainly use when I attend to speed puzzling online competitions. And then I've got my power outlet, which is for the phone chargers and electricity for the laptop. So these are the things that you will more permanently find here. Oh, the step ladder. If puzzles get too big, I need to put that up on there, and then I need the step ladder to get the phone in, because otherwise I won't be able to see where to press start and record. So that's the more permanent things that you will find in this little shelf. So the next thing I keep next to me is the cardboards that I use for bigger puzzles, and that's for sorting. You will very rarely see me use these for 1000 piece puzzles or small puzzles. That's usually from 3000 pieces and up. So I keep them at the very bottom shelf and out of the way. So the next thing I keep next to me is Ziploc bags in all different shapes and sizes. And the reason I've got these is the moment that a new puzzle comes into my collection, I check if it is secured in a Ziploc bag or any other bag for that matter. If it is not, I put it in a bag. I just find that it keeps the pieces together a lot better, and I tend to lose less pieces if they are secured in a little Ziploc bag. Also, I don't use these every day, but I keep them nearby, so also bottom shelf. So another thing that I keep nearby, and again mostly for bigger puzzles, is the sorting bowls. I can't call these trays even if I wanted to. These are my sorting bowls, and again, this is something I use mainly for bigger puzzles. I rarely use them for 1000 or 2000 pieces. 3000 pieces and up, then you'll see me use this little handy guys. These are two huge plastic sheets, and I don't think you've ever seen me use these, but the room that I'm in is a carport that has been closed in. So there is some leakage in the roof when we've got severe thunderstorms and the wind blows wrong. So when we get a storm warning, I cover whatever is on my table with these plastic sheets, and I secure them with the sorting bowls just to keep the puzzles dry and make sure I don't get water damage to any puzzles. As very beginning of this channel, you will see the ice hockey puzzle. I did get some water damage, so since then I try to avoid it and use these plastic sheets on my puzzles during the rainy season. Okay, so the next things are odds and ends. I've got a measuring tape. Again, big puzzles, if I'm not sure if it will fit one way or the other, I measure the table and see if the puzzle will fit. I've got all sorts of tape here. This is no longer in use. You will see it's peeling off and it looks not so nice. So I stopped using that, but it was on the edge of the table to avoid pieces slipping off. That is what I know as masking tape. I think you guys will know it as painter's tape. So at the moment, it's on the edge of my table because it is a rough edge. So my clothes keep on catching on that. So that is to avoid that. Best thing ever. The side cutters. is for use together with cable ties, and that is to secure the top heavy microphone to the microphone stand when I use it for long periods of time. Scissors, those you've seen me use, that is for opening sealed boxes. And then I've got a magnifying glass here, and luckily I only once needed that for a puzzle. And I'll insert a photo of the puzzle I needed to use that on. It was a fine art puzzle, very dark. Some detail visible, but I had to use that. So then I've got these little bowls. This one has got an old microphone in there that is useless. So I would have preferred to have one of those that work, but they are not compatible with my phone, so I can't use them. I've got alcohol swabs to try and clean sticky boxes if they come through. And then I've got a little glass here with pens and Cokie pens. And actually, the Cokies will be used with blank papers. Those I keep here for secret words and when I participate in challenges. This one, for instance, is now the May-June word or object for the puzzle train, for which I completed a couple of puzzles. So nice odds and ends. And also together with the Cokies and the papers is my ball of coins. And that goes with that the secret words and the secret objects, which will be a certain amount of coins. So these basically go together, and I will be using them now throughout June and July quite a lot. So the next thing I keep next to me is some lovely scented candles and the lighter to light them. Love to light them up when I'm doing especially editing on the videos. I love it when something smells nice. And then also the lighter will be used for the heater during the winter times. So that will also be nearby, but you won't ever see them. These you would have seen in a video. Um, Wooden glue or cold glue and some toothpicks. These I keep nearby for damaged pieces to fix them as I go. Very necessary for what I do. The next thing, and it's shiny now, but this is a little bag filled with puzzle pieces I came across in other puzzles where they did not belong. So I keep them, and I've got this high hopes that someday I might be able to reunite some of these pieces with their actual puzzle and complete an incomplete puzzle. But yeah, I don't know why I keep them. I just feel like I need to. This one is the table stand for the microphone. That one you will occasionally see me use, and it depends on what type of video. I don't know how I feel. How if I had to take it out and I didn't get a chance to secure it with a cable tie back to the permanent fixture. So yeah, the table stand for the mic. The next thing I keep next to me is a calendar, and there is all the nice days. For instance, there's National Hug Your Cat Day on the 4th of June. Unfortunately, June I will be busy with the Puzzle Olympics, so I won't be able to do a puzzle for that day. But yeah, I make notes of special days and try to do puzzles for those days. I've got a cardboard box top holder, which I barely use. This thing is as useless as that lapel mic. But my mom won a wooden one from Zacco Boards in last year's Puzzle Olympics, which she doesn't know it yet, but that will become mine very soon as I can get it into the country. But yeah, those two are nearby, but you won't see them. Next thing, a roll of toilet paper. For the obvious winter reasons of a runny nose, I use these, but also for cleaning up my cell phone's lenses before I make the videos or record the videos. So these are the things that you will see regularly. There's the timer I use, and that is just to give you guys an indication of how long it took me to assemble a puzzle. The adjustable calendar, so I try to keep track of when I do puzzles by completing the date, and then the cell phone stand, which I use to put my cell phone on when I put on my music playlist for when I puzzle. So yeah, but all three of these you would have seen previously and will see regularly. And then, even though I'm not big on makeup, I do like to color in my eyes for when I record videos. I'm keeping an eyeliner and mascara nearby just to fill in the bleakness of my eyes before I record, and I haven't done so in the house. And then I've got a mirror which usually goes to the very top of that cabinet, and that is for when this stand is up there, and I need to check if the camera is still recording. I just lift up the mirror and double check that everything is still going as it should. So a little mirror that goes to the very top. And then last but not least, I usually have a glass of water right next to me. Again, something you won't see, but I tend to do long stretches of puzzling at least 3 hours at a time if I don't have anything that interrupts me. So a nice big tall glass of water will always be nearby. In the winter time, it might be a cup of coffee. But yeah, that is it for the little cabinet next to me and what I use everything for. So I hope you found that interesting. So again, if you stuck around throughout this video without seeing a single puzzle being assembled, thank you. I do appreciate your time. So again, I'd just like to say thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.